Can TJ Reid have the perfect game here now? He's 35, heading for 36. Christy, do you think he can still get it done in All-Ireland final on Sunday?
I just don't know what this guy, where he gets it from. He's something else. Watching Kilkenny players as long as I'm on this earth, he's the best player I've ever seen. Honestly, I have to say, you don't know what he's going to do with the ball, or where he's going to put it, or who he's going to give it. Or I remember, you remember this now too, Shane. I think it was, was it 2011? I say it probably was. Just trying to give you a bit of pain now, you know. We came out after fucking Winda Hogan side, came out after half time, and Lasburton sitting down. Next thing, TJ had the ball in the net. Remember that?
2012, yeah. You won by 18.
Was it? Did we beat you in 11 and 12, did we?
Yeah, in the final in 11 and the semi-final in 12.
Yeah. I this was, I think it was, anyway, Jesus, but he's just incredible what he does, and he brings other players into the game. You know, he can move the ball anywhere, and he can score from anywhere. You know, he's just something different. Like, I look at the former great players that always come to mind. Lads will talk about Eddie Kerr and DJ Carey and Henry Shefflin. This guy is a different class. You know,
really,
look at the players that they had around him. Where TJ has, you know, he hasn't the same quality around him. You know, he's now look at his legs. Obviously, they can't be the same as they were. And even this season, he didn't play. I think hardly any games in the league. He only came back in when the championship started, and he didn't look to be at full throttle a lot of the time. You'd wonder was he getting himself in reserve? But you know, his business is fitness. You know, that's what he has his own gym in Kilkenny, and that's his business. So I suppose he looks after himself pretty well. That's why the longevity of it. There's very few. There's nobody I'd say at his age still going. They might be maybe some of the weaker counties. I mean, not saying the weaker counties. The game thrown up this year, Shane, with Offaly and Carlow and Croke Park was just something else. I'd love to see a game like that on the next Sunday. They went to the wire an extra time. It was just. I'm sure we won't rule out a draw either, you know.
No.
And Christy, if I just want to kind of, I suppose, just develop what you were saying in around TJ, right? In my opinion, you know, and when you're pushing on in years, you know, you have to be clever and cute enough to tailor your game in accordance to your legs, right? And in fairness, not only has he done that, but the Kilkenny team has too, because any 50-50 ball now, the high ball, he actually gives it the fullness of his attention.
Yeah.
And they are the types of balls that he's winning. But outside of that, he's actually free taking, if anything, is probably outstanding than ever before. He's razor sharp in his frees. And as you rightly pointed out, you know, his bread and butter is looking after himself, minding himself. And I think he's after managing himself, obviously with the Kilkenny management, kind of timing it as time goes on. So I think, even though we haven't seen the dynamic of TJ, I think he's after having a super year, up to date even with Kilkenny, my own opinion.
Oh yeah, he has. Christ almighty, the last three Leinster championships, 3 out of the 4, he was in. Only Richie Hogan had one unique few moments, but the other ones he dragged him through on his own, practically single-handed. Now his next door, his neighbour just down the road, Owen Cody, Henry's nephew. He's developing, and that chap eats. He was a small boy. As I remember, TJ, Lord of Mercy, and TJ's mother. I remember calling to the house one time, and TJ was in the kitchen, and Lord of Mercy and Mary, and he had a wind ball, and he was fucking pucking this wind ball around the kitchen, and there were cups flying. TJ, stop that, TJ. Just took another cigarette and go on with it.
Yeah.